it going?
It's your girl.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about this old thing here, this old thing called my channel. I've decided that we're gonna pivot. I'm gonna stop trying to appeal to the masses and instead make this a completely insular community full of inside jokes and hope that any outsiders have a really, really hard time here. They watch one of my videos, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about? I want to be in on this inside joke, but they're not going to be able to because they're just not going to be able to. It's just us. My mic cover is, actually it's green. So look, see? What I want to know is, are you feeling, despair? Are you feeling worn down by the everyday grind of life? You're really beginning to understand what it means to age, but also having memories fade away from you? Do you feel like all of your relationships with other people are sort of just becoming brittle? Do you spend most of the day staring at your phone and feeling your fingers cramp tightly around the edges of your cheap, crumbling phone case? Are your eyes weary from the blue light? Are you beginning to wonder if this is really all life has in store for you? If so, you're gonna love protocols, okay? I can't get enough of them. We've got habits, we've got sleep schedules, we got phone diets, we got regular diets, we got raw organs, we've got little planners you can write things in, and most of all, we've got powders. Powders. You want powder? You're in luck. Here's a few. We got ginseng. We got glucosamine. We got creatine. We got mushrooms that don't really do much. We got Irish moss. We got collagen. We got powdered raw organs. Vegan powdered raw organs. We've got gummies for Americans of every size and age. We've got sleep gummies. We've got diet gummies. Raw goat's milk gummies. Gummies that make your dick hard. Gummies that protect you from sunscreen. Are you feeling sad this winter? Why don't you try giving your dog vitamin D? That's right. Your pets need some powders too. Now introducing ancestral supplements. Send us your DNA. Cut off a little bit of that hair, scrape off those fingernails, I don't know, whatever you got, whatever DNA you got. We're gonna send you a custom supplement box. It's gonna be delivered to your door every single month. If you take them for 90 days straight, you will break your generational curses. If you skip a day, you have to start all over again, and we will know. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. And to be honest, the Food and Drug Administration, they don't even know where our warehouse is. So sign up now for this life-changing system before the corrupt nanny state finally hunts us down, okay? Hi, welcome back. Welcome to another very normal video by the YouTube sensation Kilgore Trout. Things have been tough lately, huh? I just had to take an entire month off making videos because my life got really bad. Sometimes though, when things get tough, I'm like, man, I wish there was just like a few simple habits I could do to just make my life better, you know? So that's kind of the point of the video. We all know about, this is so distracting looking. Oh, I should do a different background. This one sucks. Okay, that's better. I'm inside the edible arrangement now. We all know about hustle culture. The Instagram gurus, they're selling us the powders. We know that we all need a side hustle so we can finally, change our life, retire our husbands. But as I gang stalk these different communities on the internet, these Instagram weirdos, these chuds, all these weird people, one thing I've really picked up on is their application of protocols, which is really, maybe it's one of my favorite types of a grift, but I never really see anybody talking about it in this context, like calling it a protocol and stuff. But I think this is actually a really important thing for normal people to know about, because if you see someone and they're convincing you that a protocol or a system of theirs will change your life, you need to be wary of it, because it's a really simple con and it's not always harmful, but you should be aware that it's definitely fake. But also there might be some parts of this video that you might not see coming, because the video is probably going to take a pretty dark turn where all of a sudden you realize I'm not just clowning on Instagram fitness influencers and I'm going to tie this all back to fascism. So be prepared for that, because that's probably coming up. First of all, what is a protocol? A protocol is like a set of procedures or rules or habits or steps that you can take. For example, a diet protocol sounds like. Okay, you can eat whatever fruits, vegetables, meats, and nuts that you want, but anything else you have to cut out. There's someone claiming that if you simply stick to this rule, that you can have those foods but nothing else, you're going to lose weight, you're going to gain muscle, you're going to, repair your psyche, you're going to find your soulmate, anything really. And now, of course, I'm being a little bit over the top about it, but there are a lot of very extreme examples of this, so I do think it's kind of accurate. But the point of this video is to show you what a protocol is, how to pick up on it, and how they're used to harm people, I guess. Because it's very rare that people go around saying like, oh, hey, go do my protocol. They don't use that language a lot. In fact, the only person I can think of that actually calls it a protocol is Medical Medium. He has his little celery juice protocol. Protocols are used by like tons of people, from New Age, hippie wellness people, all the way up to like Dave Ramsey, who's like an established part of the personal finance shitty industry, whatever. Some protocols really aren't harmful at all though. Like, for example, I was really into like lifestyle minimalism, and there's like all these bloggers and, minimalism gurus, and they're like super nice, very humble guys. They'll tell you, hey, becoming a minimalist helped fix some of my problems. Mostly, I think that this is a harmless grift. Getting rid of some clutter is usually going to help people, organize or help with their anxiety, or at least help with like their shopping habits. I'm not really worried about those guys specifically, but just as an example, like they are still selling you a protocol, and no thing is a monolith, but you can use those types of people as like a helpful reference without turning them into a god or a king of sorts. On the other end of the spectrum, you have more extreme examples. And the first guy who comes to mind is a king. He's a little guy we like to call the Liver King. So here he is. This is the Liver King. Our mission is to put back what the modern world has left out, returning our people back to strength and happiness. So it's all about returning to how people used to live. That's his whole deal. This is a picture of what he looks like. I'm gonna kind of nestle myself right in between here so we can read this. Every man, woman, and child has the right to be strong, healthy, and happy, autoimmune-free, eczema-free, allergy-free, fatigue-free, and so on. So he's already targeting people who might have any like chronic conditions. To live life with robust energy and biological resilience. To go from mere existence in life to discovering that which makes life worth living. Now, it should go without saying that one of the big things that really bothers me about a lot of these, let's call them health and fitness gurus, is they really focus on wellness, and a lot of that really targets people who might have a chronic condition, might have a disability, might be suffering with a disease or a temporary ailment of some kind. And that's super predatory, especially in a world where a lot of people can't get proper health care. Let's keep going. Oh, we got a pop-up. Now, this video that I'm making is not just about the Liver King, but he has these 9 ancestral tenets right here. And it is maybe one of the most cut and dry examples of someone making just perfect protocols. They're just absolutely mwah. Now, I also should say that I find the Liver King to be absolutely fucking hilarious. Like, obviously, I'm not stoked on what he's doing, but there's like this just kind of air of comedy around the guy. You know what? To introduce you to the Liver King, I'm actually just going to really quickly show you his TikTok. Let's see. This one where he's smiling looks really nice. Let's see.
What up, Primals? Today's the day that we get kicked in the chest, punched in the chest, or shot in the chest. So we start working on the Roman chest plate. And by that I mean the body armor from head to toe. Because one day you might need the strength to save your own life, to save somebody else's life, to save a child's life, to save even your own child's life. What kind of man can you call yourself if you can't do that? What kind of man can you call yourself if you can't pull your own weight, if you can't pull somebody else's weight? So, get your ass into the gym. Start working on that Roman chest plate. Start earning it. Get to do some push-ups. Get to lifting some heavy shit. Get a pair of young savage kids like this to get you ready for life. Liver King out.
Do I enjoy the message? Absolutely not. Does he crack me up? Yeah. He's genuinely funny, and he seems to be having a really good time. The point here is to show you, while entertaining you, to show you some protocols and exactly how someone would lay them out. Basically, Liver King, he's a dad cosplaying as a barbarian warlord. This is a fun one, like I said, because it's kind of disgusting, it's kind of stupid, but it is just extremely well executed. You know, it guarantees results as long as you follow the system. But the problem is it's extremely difficult to follow this system, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So that claim is pretty easy to defend, because if he says like, well, you just didn't follow the system, okay. We are the descendants of the baddest mammalian predators that ever lived. The human organism is superbly adapted to an environment that no longer exists. Our modern world is totally inappropriate for the bodies we inhabit today. He's talking about diseases of affluence, sitting around on our bums, getting depressed, eating too much food, being exposed to things we shouldn't be exposed to. Not necessarily incorrect. A lot of the things we do and consume aren't necessarily super healthy for us. Okay, so here we have the 9 ancestral tenets of this on this very cool website. Very Paleolithic looking. So instead of me reading this to you, I'm just gonna have him do it.
The first ancestral tenet is sleep, because it's the time when the body and brain detox, recover, rebuild, and restore, and this drastically affects our hormones. We can go months without food, weeks without water, but only days without sleep before we die.
Is that
to
true?
improve your sleep, get early morning sun at the same time every day. Finish your last meal 3 to 4 hours before bed. Take in the sunset as the final environmental cue that the day is winding down. And then put on a pair of blue light blocking glasses so that the blue light from your phone or artificial lights inside don't trick your brain into thinking that it's daytime all over again. Improve your sleep to optimize your hormones and dominate life.
I mean, I don't really have any problems with someone telling you to get extra sleep or to eat a few hours before bedtime. Again, not necessarily harmful, just what exactly is the point of him telling you this? So let's find out. All sorts of different things you can do. And surprise, surprise, a lot of it is stuff you're going to need to buy. And he's going to sell you these glasses, these blue light glasses on Amazon right here. Okay. You know, I always find it's funny when these protocol people tell you to get off your phone when their whole thing is social media. Okay, so the next one is eat.
The second ancestral tenet is eat, because we evolved eating the whole beast, nose to tail, horns to hooves. In the modern world, we choose processed foods and man-boy muscle meats over the most nutrient-dense parts like liver and bone marrow. The foods we evolved with over millions of years are the same foods that our biology expects today to be healthy, strong, and lean. So drop the processed garbage, the seed oils, and the liquid calories, and start incorporating whole foods, liver, bone marrow, heart, blood, and bone broth into your diet to express your highest and most dominant form. A couple of words on seed oils. Seed oils are highly processed, high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess, have been shown to destroy mitochondrial health, leading to cell necrosis, inflammation, and ultimately chronic disease. Some examples of seed oils: soybean, corn, canola, cottonseed, sunflower, sesame. Eliminate these from your diet so that you can express your highest and most dominant.
Okay. All right. So drink blood. Drink blood was definitely in there. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm going to give you guys fitness advice. Okay. One thing I'm concerned with is fitness, dick in my mouth. You know, he goes on to tell you what should you eat in a day, keto diet, the benefits. We've all seen this shit a million times. For an average day, every day except rest days, refer here. Meal 1, 6 farm fresh eggs. 45-gram protein shake with ice cold Mountain Valley spring mineral water. 100 grams homemade whole Greek yogurt mixed with 30 grams of maple syrup, 5 grams of creatine, 10 grams of collagen, 30 grams almond butter, 20 grams ghee, and 2 grams Redmond sea salt. Is this the same meal as the 6 eggs? 2 ounces of raw liver drizzled in maple syrup with a sprinkle of Redmond sea salt. 1 ounce raw bone marrow. So far, we're up to about $75 for this breakfast. Raw bone marrow with maple syrup and salt. Half pint of farm fresh raw milk, usually milked that morning. I'm sure that won't cost extra. NB, if my stomach is full, I replace water with milk in my protein shake. Oh. Meal 2, repeat meal 1. So yes, that was one meal. Meal 3, 16 ounces of full fat cooked red meat, anything from grass finished ribeye to ground wagyu, short ribs, or ground organs, including liver, spleen, pancreas, heart, and kidney. 2 to 3 ounces of something raw. Raw bull testicles, raw sweetbreads, or raw heart. And sweetbread is not a donut. 1 avocado with 100% genuine olive oil and Redmond sea salt. Asterisk, if I've earned it, I might have a pile of sweet potatoes. I can't believe meal 2 was repeat meal 1. What do you eat on rest days? The Liver King fasts for 24 hours every Wednesday and Sunday and breaks the fast with the same 3 meals above. Is this absolutely fucking bonkers? Yes. Yes, this is. But do you see how precise and specific it is? So that he says, I've laid it out for you. Now, all you have to do is go follow it. And if you just don't follow it, that's your problem. That's why you're not getting the result. He sets the bar so high that you can't really say that he's lying. I mean, he clearly has results. I don't know. I look at that man and I think to myself, yes, he takes steroids. That's my opinion. The next one, move. Pretty much any health expert's gonna tell you to, like, you know, get your heart rate up every day, da 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 da. But let's just see if he says anything, I guess, weird in it.
The third ancestral tenet is move, because what you do with your body is just as important as what you put into it. In maintaining a healthy level of movement, one develops a healthy approach to consumption, where instincts become far more identifiable and beneficial. The well-being that builds from balanced movement trumps the need for consumption-based satisfaction, such as frankenfoods, painkillers, and alcohol. This is how Liver King does it. First thing in the morning, I go for a 30-minute walk. This is my cup of coffee. Early afternoon, I go for a 30-minute walk. This is my afternoon nap. After dinner, I go for a 30-minute walk with my family and my pack of Dobermans. It's just one foot in front of the other.
So a 30-minute walk is his coffee. A 30-minute walk is his nap. A 30-minute walk is me going to the dentist.
Once you've got this down, it's time to start lifting heavy shit every day, even on rest days.
I like the enthusiasm, honestly. We have created our own adaptation of the West Side Barbell Conjugate Method because we believe it's the most badass methodology in strength. Plus, it fucking hurts. That's precisely the point. Don't forget, overcoming hard things is at the center of greater purpose and happiness. I don't know if you know anything about, like, how personal responsibility and self-determination fits in with, like, the American dream or right-wing beliefs. Not quite getting there yet. But a line like that overcoming hard things is at the center of a greater purpose and happiness. A little bit of a Puritan ideology there. Just like in the last thing he was saying, like, you shouldn't have painkillers, you shouldn't have alcohol, you shouldn't have frankenfoods or whatever. Noticing some little touches of Puritanism in here. Okay, next tenet. Shield. Oh, now we're getting weird.
The fourth ancestral tenet is shield, because we need to avoid dangers just like our early ancestors did. But instead of running away from lions, today we need to be running away from processed foods, excessive Wi-Fi, perfumes, and plastics. Dangers like these end up compounding, and with an additive effect, they disrupt our hormones, metabolism, and ability to get deep sleep. Start by turning off your Wi-Fi at night, and stop wearing xenoestrogens and fake fragrances that we call perfumes. This is a process, but as you incrementally look, feel, and function like an alpha organism, you'll be asking Liver King, what's next? And I've got answers.
Oh my God. Okay. You got to be careful with the whole EMFs and Wi-Fi thing because it's a slippery slope to turning into Chuck from Better Call Saul. I mean, do you really want to be like that? Do you drink alcohol? Liver King goes straight for the ethanol and drinks Everclear. Oh, so he's not sober. If you can build biological resilience so that you can better withstand dangers, poisons, and toxins, there's nothing wrong with a little alcohol from time to time. especially if it's done right. There's no room in Liver King's life for hangovers, which is why the tribe sticks to Everclear. Try this recipe. It says, do you take any artificial enhancers? I guess they mean roids. Liver King has never cheated nor taken a shortcut in any capacity of life. Okay, that's just a lie. You earn the life and wife. Oh, you earn a wife? That's so crazy. I didn't know that you earned a wife. Okay, cool. So we are just literally doing barbarian shit. We believe you should avoid man-made toxins and commit to the 9 ancestral tenets. You will unlock the greatest version of yourself and optimize your testosterone, your growth hormone, your IGF-1, your DHT, key metabolic markers, and you will achieve a higher version of yourself. No steroids necessary. Wow. So he's saying he's getting this body without any enhancers. Okay, whatever. I'll believe him. Connect. Oh, God. So it's getting pretty boring here. Let's see. This is all about taking your shoes off and walking around barefoot. So grounding. That's another big trend right now. Cold. Yeah, they're going to do the Wim Hof thing where they go in a bucket of cold water or something. Sun. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Let's watch the video. Let's see if it's any good.
The 7th ancestral tenet is sun, because our early ancestors didn't brush, didn't floss, and didn't get cavities. At the heart of midday sun is vitamin D, which works synergistically with the other fat-soluble vitamins A and K. This system enables us to remineralize our teeth, support key metabolic factors, improve energy metabolism, and optimize hormones. Liver King isn't saying don't brush your teeth. Sure, listen, if you want fresh breath, go for it. You can brush your teeth all day long. But if you want true oral health, a lean body, and all-day energy, nourish your body with sun, liver, and bone marrow.
Okay, I have a really quick question though, because like, if you're talking about ancestral living, you know, people living, here, right there. If we're talking about this, ancestral living, and the way people would eat, he talks about eating the entire beast. Okay, sure, fair enough. I don't think that they, would have been wasteful of any of the like high fat parts of the, or high nutrition parts of the animal. Like, they're talking about the organs, the marrow. Okay, but that beast would have been split up among like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 people, right? Would have been shared amongst them. It would have been like for every animal we get, here's the bone marrow, here's the liver, we're going to share it. We're going to use this amongst all of us. This dude's eating like a beast a day. Like from a purely like anthropological perspective, I think that he's wrong about diet. I don't think that would have been like what he described, the meals he's eating every day. I don't think that's how people were eating. I don't think that the guys that they were throwing in the Colosseum were getting the average person's diet. Or like what the diet we evolved from or something like that. Like, whatever. I'm not here to give diet advice. I'm not selling you nothing. You'll notice a big overlap with a lot of these like weird chuds. They want you to stop using sunscreen, get a lot more sun. They want you to sun your genitals. They want you to stop looking at blue light, eat raw liver, raw dairy, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, okay, but like, you're not giving me any really, really good evidence as to why, other than your own physique, which you could just be lying about. Okay, and then there's fight. Wow. So it's saying to start doing some fighting, maybe do some martial arts. Okay, whatever. I don't care if you do that. And bond. Cute. Okay, yeah, you gotta have a greater purpose, he says. We believed and belonged. I think the isolation is a huge issue these days. I think that's definitely something people need. So I'm not going to argue with that. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to lay out what these protocols fucking look like. Now, obviously, this is a lot of pseudoscience. There's a lot of marketing, but he doesn't bother me nearly as much as some of the other, let's call them protocol perverts, because I genuinely think that Liver King is just a grifter. Okay, I'm one of these people, I'm always saying everything's a scam, everything's a grift, everything's a cult. I have a very low threshold for that stuff, but I do think that there's a difference between something being culty and something being a destructive cult. If I had to go out on a limb and guess, I would say that Liver King is using cultier tactics and extremist marketing to make money. But I think that's where it starts and ends. I don't think he's clearly got a little ego thing going on too. But I'm not worried that he's gonna become the next Charles Manson, right? He could play him if there was like a Manson family biopic. I don't know how to say that right. If they make a movie about the Manson family, please cast the Liver King as Charles Manson. Thank you. My point is that not all these grifters are like white supremacists or Christian nationalists or total creeps who, are trying to run a death cult. But I am saying people like Liver King are making money off of white supremacist Christian nationalist creeps who are in a death cult. Does that make sense? His target demographic is going to be the worst people in the world. People who don't think you deserve rights because you're unhealthy or something like that. I've said it maybe like 200,000 times on this channel that being Christian makes you easier to scam, because all someone has to do is tell you that their product or ideology aligns with the Bible. And by doing that, they can co-opt your spiritual connection with God as a way to market to you, even if they're full of shit and lying. Most leftists I know ended up that way because they became completely jaded about the current system, skeptical of everyone in power. They had to unlearn a lot of the things maybe they were indoctrinated to believe growing up. But when some asshole leftist thinks everything is a scam, it can be really tough to convince them to, unify with other people. And because of this, a lack of unity is pretty much one of the biggest issues on the left throughout history, throughout different movements, etc. People on the right wing got that way because they think that fully buying into the current system is their only way to gain power, and they're probably right. I don't even think half of them believe the crap that they say, which is why arguing with them doesn't work. They didn't get there through reason and logic. They got there because they looked at the system and they said, wow, the system sure seems to help out people who align themselves with Christianity, with capital, with personal responsibility, with the cops. I probably have already dug my own grave by choosing the side that is not on the same side as cops. Because they have a history of just, having a monopoly on violence, etc. Anyways, we're getting off track now. Personal responsibility is what a lot of these protocols boil down to. Liver King even said it, that you should be uncomfortable, that you get happiness and fulfillment by doing things that are hard, that blah, 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 blah. But much quicker, I want to look at another example. You might know him as Jordan Peterson. He wrote a book called 12 Rules for Life. If you don't know about Jordan Peterson, we'll talk about it again soon. It's kind of a meme. His book says you should clean your room, stand up straight, yada, 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 yada. And honestly, you might think some of his rules are good advice, but then he'll kind of slip some things in there about how women or trans people don't actually need recognition or equality because men and women are biologically different and they need different rights, and stop feminizing young boys. Just accept that inequality exists, get over it. Suffering is part of existence. Don't blame society for your problems. Instead, make sure you fix everything about yourself first before you ever point the finger at someone else. And, be sure to train your children and, don't help charity cases, help people that have helped themselves, lots of other weird crap. So his protocols are a little more poignant to today's political discussions than Liver King's, I think, because it really just boils down to just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But it's by this weird weepy guy who just loves to hear himself speak, I guess. That's all it is. He's just doing personal responsibility propaganda. He has some protocols, but then he also contradicts himself constantly. And he doesn't necessarily seem to be very happy. I think we should go deeper is my point. And like I said, all these conservatives have to do is align themselves with Christianity, with capital, and personal responsibility, and they will keep on winning. So let's find someone who does all those things, but also throws in a hefty dose of marketing, which Jordan Peterson does not necessarily do. He's not selling you his affiliate links and stuff. He kind of takes a more academic approach to his grift. I think to display this, we need to go visit some of my favorite weirdos. And just a warning, this might cause some psychic damage, and this is not planned. I don't know what they're going to have posted. Maybe I'm biased, but it seems like the carnivore thing, it doesn't bother me that they're eating all meat. What bothers me is that they're fucking scamming these people into eating that much meat, and that's not a good thing. This guy definitely is a little bit more mask off about being a little bit more fascist. He's lightly encouraging people to do these things instead of taking their meds, which is very dangerous territory. If you are on medication, you need to be very careful about getting off that medication. You can't just eat healthy, get sunlight, meditate, and quit your shitty job and live on an off-grid farm. I mean, I guess maybe if you do all those things, go ahead. What's the likelihood that you're going to do all that stuff, though? To kind of end this video, I want to explain to you why I think that this all ties back to, like, fascism. So, you know, he posts a lot of stuff like this. In Europe, you can eat whatever you want, not lift weights, sleep for 6 hours, smoke cigarettes, drink Aperol spritzes, and feel healthy and alive. In America, drink water, breathe air, sleep 10 hours, and you're tired, fat, and sick all day. You know, he talks about how something's poisoning everybody, and I want to figure out what it is. He says a lot of weird stuff. He always brings up Europe, which is always a really big red flag for me. Not that I don't have any problem with Europeans. It's just that when people romanticize Europeans and their physiques and stuff, we're getting into weird territory there. The biggest factors destroying metabolic function in the US: seed oils, nutrient deficiencies, lack of sunlight and red light, pale genitals, gut irritating foods, tap water, endocrine disrupting chemicals, low thyroid and metabolism, stress, blue light, EMFs, pesticides, avoiding beef liver, and owning 0 alpacas. So obviously he's joking about the last one. You know, you'll notice a lot of posts like this on here. There's nothing more inspiring than the role of a mother, and these are beautiful people, but they're always very white people. Let's just scroll through this. You know, are we getting a vibe? Am I being too harsh? Yeah, I just think it's really interesting how, like, all this weird purity shit and all this weird, like, Western chauvinism is tied in with this diet a lot of the time. It's just like, I think it's all about, like, extreme masculinity, extreme femininity, gender roles, purity, self-preservation, self-determination, personal responsibility. It all ties back to that in the weirdest ways, and they're just so fucking weird. And then you also have, like, just straight up like fascist accounts. I mean, this is like basically like trad Europa shit, trad West. Make families great again. Percentage of children born out of wedlock. Do you see the problem? How to make families great again. Support your family and make it possible for the wife to raise the children at home. You know, so this is basically a Nazi blueprint for how to do like a Lebensraum, I think it was called. And it was like the Nazi socialist equivalent of Manifest Destiny, so that you could be self-sustaining and never starve during another war because you have all the food at home. Just weird shit like this. Teach your sons to be honorable, raise your children, have more than 4 kids, teach your daughters modesty, become self-sustainable. What makes you feel depressed? Eating plastic fake food. These are more protocols. So see, this is like a literal Nazi account giving you almost the exact same protocols as like Liver King or Jordan Peterson. And it's like, do you not see the overlap? Like, do you see any fucking leftist or even centrist accounts telling you to do this kind of shit? No, they don't, because this is straight up purist ideological bullshit.
Returning our people back to strength and happiness.
Quit all video games, go to church, stop looking at porn, work out 4 to 5 times a week, spend at least 1 hour a day outside in nature, spend time with your family. And like, some of these things are so milquetoast, but they're thrown in here like, spend time with your family. Sure, everyone should do that. I don't feel the need though to write it down and like push it out to my followers. I guess if I was a little bit more like family adjacent, maybe it would come up more, but I still don't think I would ever feel the need to write a meme targeted at people who don't feel good and tell them to do these things, to stop watching porn, to do all that. Use social media less, uninstall it altogether. Dude, you are a social media account. What the fuck are you talking about? Before joining the Brotherhood, 3 months in the Trad West Brotherhood. Oh, they barely have any followers. It must be, I think it's this other guy's maybe new account. Yeah, it's the same exact type of memes. It's got to be the same guy. What I mean when I say I'm European. Okay, let's see. I mean, look, you guys don't have to agree with me that this is like fucking Nazi shit, but Being European is not something someone can be. You belong to our people as gift handed down by blood and soul. Wow, sounds a lot like blood and soil. Be proud of who you are. We are what stands between oblivion and glory. Okay, you can't be any more fucking obvious than that. Europe, Europa with the V, tradition, culture, based, history, heroes, valor, courage, heritage, original content. European brotherhood, bound by blood, bound by spirit, based post. Thank God Europeans conquered my country. Cringe white people. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what the point of this video was. So I think there's two things we can get from protocols. It's either just marketing, that's just marketing a grift, or it's like they're literally trying to get you sucked into like an alt-right pipeline, basically. If it doesn't work for you, they can just say, oh, you just didn't do it long enough. Oh, you just didn't do it right. Oh, you just didn't do all this stuff. You know, they're going to target people who are down on their luck, who already feel like shit, who might have a chronic condition, who might be poor, who might be single, who might be isolated, and tell them that they're going to have this community, this brotherhood, all this stuff. Not only can you join the protocol, but you can also join the Discord, and we like keep each other accountable, but then who knows what the fuck goes on in that Discord. I think the left doesn't use protocols, but I think that's actually a good thing. I think there aren't a lot of leftists out there telling you exactly what you need to make your utopia happen, because I think leftists don't have a utopia based on personal responsibility. You know, personal actions can lead to building of a community or strengthening of that community or improving society. But it's not about, hey, once you're perfect, society will be perfect. It's not like that. It's like, hey, maybe we can improve society, and then therefore that can help you live a better life or have a better quality of life. Anyways, I've been filming for way too long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're doing more lo-fi shit from now on. I don't think I can keep doing with the filming setup that I have and the bandwidth I have in my own brain for technology. I don't know if I can do the big videos anymore. So this is what you're gonna get. I love you. Bye.
Wow.